Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? DishNet34 here, welcoming you to tonight's episode of This Week in Perfect Team, episode number 163. Oh man, what a week it has been so far, guys. I tell you, today, this week has been absolutely insane. I don't know if it's been insane for y'all, but I mean, between out of the park, my regular job, and just everything going on, it's just been a weird week tonight. But you know what? This is one of the highlights of my week. Getting to show off new content for y'all tonight, and we have some great content for y'all tonight. We're going to reveal the Platinum Series 1 missions reward, and we're going to take a look at some All-Star cards. Heck, you know what? The All-Star game is next week. Can you believe that's already here? It feels like the season started like just a couple weeks ago. It's absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane. So we got some great stuff for you tonight. Let's get right to it tonight. Congratulations in the chat to Frostcrest. Honeymoon starts tomorrow. Congratulations. Awesome stuff. All right, first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at the top league in Perfect Team 23 right now. Let's take a look at the Perfect League standings as of right now. Ignore the team in last place in the AC West, if you would, please. Oh, man, we got some good teams. We got some good teams this week. The Reno Buckaroo Bokai is currently in first place in the AC East with a 59-42 record, 6 games ahead of the Springfield Blackbirds. Then in the AC Central, we have the Houston Slump Busters with a big 11-game lead over the SSP Rockstars right now, 57-41 at this moment. The Watertown Herons leading the AC West this week with a 59-42 record, 2.5 games ahead of the East Troy Trojans. And in the AC Roof Division, we have the Tecmo Superb Owls with a 60-39 record. Look at that record right there. Just absolutely dominating the division right now. 11-game lead over the Las Vegas Hotcakes at this moment. We're probably going to be seeing at least one. We might actually see a team with an under 500 record potentially snag the last wildcard spot in the American Conference right now. We'll see if that stays at the end of the year. Interesting stuff right there. Over in the NC, the National Conference, we have the San Antonio Macarenas in the lead in the East right now with a 7-game lead over the Tavistock Baseballersons, 60-41 record over there. The Hong Kong Hyundai with a 60-39 record, leading the NC Central, 1.5 games up on the Like Hell Isnor Storm right at this moment. Then in the NC West, we have the Palatine Plutos with a 59-43 record, 3.5 games up on the Silicon Valley Outlaws right now. And then in the NC Young Division, we have the Perugia Warriors at 52-46, a 3.5 game lead over the Alston Wolf Spiders. And there's last week's champion right there, the Taito Albas, who went an astonishing 15-1 in the postseason last week, en route to the championship. 48-51 right now, 4th place in the NC Young Division right now. So there's a look at the Perfect League standings. Just ignore that other last place team in the AC West over there. I would greatly appreciate that. It's not been a good week. Standings current as of... shit, I forgot to change date on that. The standings, they are current as of today at 8:30 p.m. Oh, we dropping frames? We dropping frames? I think we're good. I think we're good. Just had a little bit of drop frames right there. That's on me. That usually doesn't happen. We're back. That's good. That's awesome to hear. All right, so that's a look at Perfect League as of today at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's move on to some tournament top 10s. This was last week's tournament top 10. Unfortunately, we don't have the top 10 from this week because we couldn't get those in time on my end. So you're just stuck with last week's tourney top 10. And in the daily traditional tournaments last week, the Palatine Plutos, owned by Red Eclipse, in first place with 225 points, leading the way, getting those perfect point bonus for taking number 1. Bluebird Silver in second place with 166 points last week. Then it was D. Horner, MB, RDT24, Ace Rutherford, C. Steinhardt, Warhawk 3, Ace Davales, Conron 98, and DR Sox, rounding out the top 10 in those tournaments. In the weekly traditional tournaments last week, Popo Flatch in the Sheboygan Sharks taking first place with 114 points, followed by Weldon 06 in the Gouverneur Destroyers at 90 points. Glevins 37-37 and the Oakwood Wolverines in third with 86 points, followed by Laertes, M-Dub, Snailman, Aster 31, Lock Robster, CF Genesis, and Warhawk, rounding out the top 10. Alrighty, so there's that. As for the perfect draft tournaments, let's take a look at those. Jonah Blues and the Elizabeth Queens in first place with 66 points last week. Then we had F. DePino and the Riverside Baseball Furies with 59 points. Zagtastic and the Gonzaga Bulldogs at 55 points in third place. And then Galoy, Tecmo Bo, Reds Fan 13, Robbie Sachs, Glevin 37-37, Aster 31, and NJ Sheed rounding out the top 10. And finally, in the weekly perfect draft tournaments, lots of good teams in the top 10 this week. TJ Maxx and the Camarillo Scorpions coming out on top with 60 points, with Erie GM in second with 43, Andy the G in third with 40 points. Then we had the Raleigh Yonkavaders, Lefty Cheese, Kukatatoches, Silicon Valley Outlaws, the Shire Drunk Hobbits, the baseball team, and the Minnesota Timberwolves rounding out the top 10. All right, so some good stuff from the tournaments last week. Once again, unfortunately, we do not have this week's current top 10 right now, but we will show off the top 10 next week. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get to the content. And as always, with the weekly content, we are going to start with some limited edition cards. And our first limited edition card tonight is going to be a 100 copy limited edition. It is 89 overall Bobby Abreu peak card from the Philadelphia Phillies. Kind of keeping in theme with our All-Stars. Oh my goodness, look at this card right here. 75 BABIP, 71 power, 55 avoid K, 681 contact, 105 gap power, and 105 eye. My goodness, the gap power in the eye on this card is absolutely insane. I mean, 110 gap power against righties, 110 eye against righties. This guy is gonna walk quite a bit. 120 fear of the right field wall. Maybe. Oh, man. But yeah, he was a two-time All-Star in 2004 and 2005. Won the 2005 Home Run Derby at Comerica Park in the All-Star game. So kind of a little bit of a neat little tie-in to the All-Star content that we have this week. So he's not a slouch against righties. 76 BABIP, 75 power, 58 avoid K, 83 contact, plus those gap power and eye ratings. But he's not much of a slouch against lefties either. 74 BABIP, 60 power, 48 avoid K, 71 contact, 88 gap power, 88 eye. Good speed stealing and base running as well, 82, 91, and 86 respectively. And he can play both the corner outfield positions, left field and right field. 54 range, 78 error, and 100 R. Not a bad card right here for a high gold. This is pretty darn good. Very, very, very good. All right, so there you go. Bobby Abreu peak card from the Philadelphia Phillies in Perfect Team 23. Let's move on to our next limited edition card. And we go to the 25 copy LEs now. And we start off with Bo Jackson from the 1990 Kansas City Royals. Oh man, we had a Bo Jackson a few weeks ago, but now we get a Bo Jackson right here. 76 BABIP, 101 power, 47 avoid K, 89 contact, 70 gap power, and 65 I. This guy requested by Malachi11, one of the winners of the Johnny Mize contest from last year. Oh man, look at the power numbers here. 105 power against lefties, 100 power against righties. He can play all three outfield positions. Just absolutely incredible. 71 outfield range, 45 error, 87 outfield arm, 60 speed, 84 stealing, 72 base running as well. Should have card art with him trucking a catcher. That would have been really fun. Or breaking the bat over his I think it was his shoulders actually. It wasn't really over his head, but it was over his shoulders. Still, this guy was something else in the late 80s, early 90s. And in the 1990 season for the Royals, hit 272, 342, 523, 28 homers, 78 RBI with 15 stolen bases and a 142 OPS plus. Highest career WAR this year for Bo Jackson, plus the highest career offensive wins above replacement according to Baseball Reference with 3.9. Very good stuff right there. One of the better seasons for Bo Jackson. Unfortunately, his All-Star year was the previous year for some reason. This guy, pretty darn good in 1992. Yeah, well. Voters, they're fun people. All right, so there's Bo Jackson from the 1990 Kansas City Royals in Perfect Team 23. And our final limited edition card of the night, another 25 card LE. I think there's a guy out there in the Perfect Team community that's a fan of the Philadelphia Phillies. It's gonna like this card, I bet. It is 1999 Mike Lieberthal from the Philadelphia Phillies. We have a catcher right here, requested by Jake P. 3162. 61 BABIP, 86 power, 66 avoid K, 79 contact, 74 gap power, and 47 I. Not a bad catcher right here. Looking at the stats against lefties, pretty darn good. 92 power, 84 contact, 63 BABIP, 68 avoid K, 79 gap power, and 49 on the eye. No slouch against righties either. He's got 84 power. He's got 78 contact, 66 avoid K, 60 BABIP, 78 contact, 73 gap, and 47 eye. Defensively, not too shabby a catcher. 75 catcher ability, 70 catcher arm as well. Hey, you know what? Maybe, hey, this might be a Randy Wolf level catcher right here, and that is a compliment. In 1999, Mike Lieberthal, pretty much a career year for this guy. 300 average, 363 on base, 551 slugging, 31 homers, 96 RBI, 3.4 wins above replacement. He was an all-star selection. He was a Gold Glove winner with career highs in homer, RBI, and OPS plus. Just an outstanding year. Yeah, only had limited start. Yep. Very good stuff for Mike Lieberthal from the 1999 Philadelphia Phillies. Just a pretty good card right there. All right, so there you go. There's the LEs that we are releasing tonight. Oh, man. Let's move on to some more stuff. Now, let's get to the content at hand for tonight. So we're going to start off with Platinum Series missions, and we do have some information that you will need to know about these Platinum Series missions before we release them tonight. So here we go. So, some important info. We're going to be releasing Platinum Series 1 missions tonight. Now, I know there have been questions about how long these cards will remain in packs. Well, they will remain in packs until August 11th. So mark your calendars. Thursday, August 11th will be the last day Platinum Series 1 cards will be in packs. So it's not like we're releasing these missions and then, oops, bye-bye, they're gone tonight. So that's great. That's good. So Platinum Series cards will remain in packs, and on August 11th, we will deactivate Platinum Series 1 and activate the Platinum Series 2 packable cards, which will coincide with that night's trip. There will be pack rewards for each individual mission we will be releasing tonight. And if you complete all of the Platinum Series 1 missions, you will receive a topper card. Now, with the topper cards, there are going to be toppers for all 4 Platinum Series Collections missions throughout the cycle. And if you collect all 4 of the cards, you don't need to complete the missions, you just need the cards for these. You will get an Ultimate Topper card at the end, which we will reveal at a later date. So, sounds pretty cool, right? Well, we'll have a little bit of a diagram here real quick so you can save it in the Discord and all that good stuff. So, the topper card for tonight's Platinum Series missions is a pretty good picture card, if I do say so myself. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 100 overall mission edition Jerry Royce from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pretty good card right here. 95 stuff, 97 movement, 95 control. Whoo, buddy. This guy right here, darn near not that splitty at all. That is not that splitty at all. 94 stuff against lefties, 95 stuff against righties, 96 movement, then 98 movement against lefties and righties, 95 control against both sides, fastball, curveball, changeup, sinker, and cutter. Changeup more like a change oof maybe, but still. 91 stamina, 89 hold runners. Ground ball guy can throw 94 to 96. This guy pitched for a long time. This guy pitched for a long time in Major League Baseball. 220 and 191 career record with a 3.64 ERA, 32.9 wins above replacement, a 1.325 whip as well. Not a bad career for the guy. Pitched 21 years. 21 years. He had some excellent seasons in the 70s and the 80s. For 8 different teams, he was a 2-time All-Star and finished second in Cy Young Award winning in 1980. Well, second in Cy Young Award voting in 1980. Then he just kind of fell off a little bit toward the end of his career. I think it was very late in his career. I mean, he got old. He got very old later on in his career. Obviously, I mean, people age. But still, very good year, very good career for Jerry Royce, and he is the reward for completing all of the Platinum Series 1 missions. All right. He looked 100 when he was 30. I have seen those pictures, Mr. Audit. You are not wrong. So there you go. Jerry Royce is the mission reward. So here's what it's going to look like, folks. I'm going to take myself off the screen here for just a quick second. So, if you complete all the Platinum Series 1 missions, you will get Jerry Royce. If you get Jerry Royce, the card, plus the PS2 topper card, plus the PS3 topper card, and plus the PS4 topper card, you will get the Ultimate Topper card. This looks familiar? It should. Oh, man. So there we go. There we go. So that is the Platinum Series 1 missions. Yeah, I need PS5s. You know what? I would not mind a PlayStation 5 either, Nick. I would not be opposed to getting a PS5. Alrighty, so there we go. Let's move on to our second content set of the night. We have All-Stars! All-Star game! Next week! I'm excited for the All-Star game, guys. I hope you are too. You know, I'm just happy. You know what? I thought that the whole, you know, commissioners choose an All-Star kind of thing was kind of, I don't know about this, until Miguel Cabrera was chosen. Then I'm like, okay, yep, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But tonight we take a look at some outstanding All-Star Game player performances from throughout the years through some packable cards. So let's get started with our first card of the evening from the set. And we start off at the shortstop position with 1962 Maury Wills from the LA Dodgers. Pretty decent card right here. 69 BABIP, 20 power, 84 void K, 71 contact, 32 gap power, and 41 I. Very good speed, very good stealing as well. 97 speed, 106 on the stealing, 67 base running. This guy can play some dang good defense too. 84 range, 63 error, 76 arm, and 66 on the turn double play. He can also bunt for hit a little bit too. 84 right there. Virtually not too splitty. I mean, the gap power between lefties and righties, little bit of a difference there, but otherwise, I don't see a whole lot of difference in terms of splits right there. Not bad. Not bad at all. 1962, very good year for Maury Wills. Won the first All-Star Game MVP award in 1962. He actually won the NL MVP this year as well, plus a Gold Glove at short. Hit 299, 347, 373, 6 homers, 48 RBI, 104 stolen bases. That is an insane amount of stolen bases right there. And he also hit 10 triples as well. So, whoo boy, it's a lot. But there you go. Maury Wills. Hey, this guy, if you can find a silver floor tournament, this guy probably going to be valuable for your team. Could be a starting shortstop maybe in those kind of formats. That's just looking at this objectively a little bit from my perspective. So there you go. Maury Wills from the 1962 Dodgers. Let's keep on keeping on, and we go to the pitcher's mound. 1934, Mel Harder from Cleveland. 73 overall right here. 52 stuff, 97 movement, 62 control. Lot of movement on this guy right here. Has a slider, has a curveball, has a changeup, has a sinker. Very good sinker and curveball, all things considered. 90 stamina, actually that's 98 stamina, 56 on the hold runner. Neutral ground ball to fly ball tendency, so not exactly ground ball, not exactly fly ball, sort of in the middle there. But Mel Harder, a really good year in 1934 with a 20-12 record, a 2.61 ERA, 255 innings pitched. Wow. 6 shutouts and a 1.73 ERA plus. During the 1934 All-Star Game, this is why he was selected. 5 shutout innings of relief. 5 shutout innings. Dominant during that game. Plus, he was the winning pitcher for the American League in that game against the National League. What was his FIP that year? Well, I can tell you his FIP real quick. So in 1934, Mel Harder's FIP was 381. So he definitely got a little bit lucky, I guess you could say, with a 381 FIP. But still, not terrible. Not a terrible year for Mr. Harder right there. Did they forget to take enough pitchers? I mean, it was the 1930s. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Trying to find, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. So the American League All-Stars that year only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers. Lefty Gomez, Tommy Bridges, Mel Harder, Red Ruffing, and Jack Russell. Lefty Gomez started the game, gave up 4 runs in 3 innings. Red Ruffing then came in, 1 inning, gave up 3 runs. Just an absolute disaster from those two. Mel Harder, the last pitcher that pitched for the AL All-Stars, came in 5 innings. Their team rallied, the AL rallied back to win that game by a final of 9-7. Mel Harder getting the win. 5 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Not bad. Not bad at all. So there you go. Oh, I accidentally pressed the button to go back a slide. Didn't mean to do that. But there you go. Mel Harder from the 1934 Cleveland baseball team. All right. Let's keep on keeping on. And we go now to Larry Jansen from the 1950. I believe this was still the New York Giants. Was it the New York Giants? 1950 Giants. Okay, was it the New York Giants? It was the New York Giants at that point. Okay, just had to make sure. So Larry Jansen, 76 stuff, 47 movement, 90 control, 75 stuff against lefties, 78 stuff against righties, 44 movement versus left, 50 movement v right, control 84 to 94 as well. Has a fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and sinker. Big stamina at 101 and a hold runners at 31. Larry Jansen in the 1950 All-Star game. It was the first game to go into extra innings. Pitched 5 shutout innings in that game with 6 strikeouts. And I do believe, if I can take a look at that, it was a victory for the National League All-Stars. Jansen did not get the win, unfortunately. That went to Ewell Blackwell, but this game went, how many innings? 14 innings. With the NL coming out on top at Comiskey Park by a final of 4-3. There you go. Larry Jansen, a decent year in 1950. He went 19-13 with a 3.01 ERA, a 1.065 whip, 5.3 strikeouts per 9, and 1.8 walks per 9. Awesome stuff right there. Larry Jansen in Perfect Team 23. All right, next up. Ooh. If you like stuff and movement on your pitchers, you might like this guy. It is 79 overall Johnny VANDER from the 1943 Cincinnati Reds. Look at the movement and the stuff on this guy. 81 stuff, 106 movement, and 41 control. Whoo, now, and look at the movement against lefties here. 114. 114 movement against lefties right here. 79 stuff, 81 stuff against lefties and righties respectively. Now, control, never quite there for Johnny VANDER. Goodness gracious. But he has a fastball, curveball, and changeup. Big stamina at 109. He can hold runners as well with an 80 rating there. 1943, Johnny VANDER had a little bit of a weird year, I guess you could say. 15-16 record, 2.87 ERA. Had 5.4 strikeouts per 9, but that was a product of how many innings he was throwing, because he led Major League Baseball with 174 strikeouts that year, but he also led MLB in walks with, oh good lord, 162 of them. That's a lot. That is a lot. But the control issues were not there for Johnny VANDER in the 1943 All-Star Game. He picked up 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings during the 1943 All-Star Game, gave up just 1 unearned run. There are an insane number of walks in the 40s and 50s. There might have been, but Johnny VANDER was, oof, yikes. Yikes. So there you go. Johnny VANDER from the 1943 Cincinnati Reds in Perfect Team 23. All right, let's move up to the gold ranks. We've had a run of pitchers lately. You know what? Let's get back to some hitters, some notable hitters. And let's go over to the 1980s. And we're going to show you left fielder, 1987, 82 overall, Tim Raines from the Montreal Expos. Not a bad card right here. 75 BABIP, 52 power, 82 avoid K, 82 contact, 81 gap power, and 59 I. Can play left field, technically qualified to learn center field as well. You know, if you so choose to do so with 59 range. 72 error and 61 outfield arm as well. Very interesting splits on Mr. Raines right here. 79 BABIP, 47 power, 72 avoid K, 81 contact, 95 gap power, and 49 I against left-handed pitchers. While against righties, 74 BABIP, 54 power, 85 avoid K, 83 contact, 76 gap power, and 62 I. So you're kind of trading gap power and I and avoid K, V left, V right. So you get kind of a little bit of a mix against each side with Tim Raines here. But still, not a terrible card right here. 77 speed, 100 stealing, and 98 on the base running as well. Tim Raines in the 1987 All-Star Game. Very, very, very good performance. 3 hits in 3 at-bats with a 2-run triple in that game, despite only coming in the 6th inning. He absolutely went off when he got subbed into the game. And you know what? It led to a National League victory in 1987. Pretty cool stuff right there. They need to bring back the Expos. I mean, I wouldn't mind, the Expos coming back either. That's just me. So there you go. Tim Raines, really good year for Mr. Raines. 18 home runs in 1987, 68 RBI, 6.7 WAR as well, 330, 429, 526 on the slash line. Just a dang good year for him. So there you go. 1987, Tim Raines from the Montreal Expos in Perfect Team 23. Bring back the Expos and the Akron Groomsmen. Now that's a man of taste right there. All right, next up. This guy. I hear he has a documentary coming out next week. It is 84 overall Derek Jeter from the 2000 New York Yankees. And boy, this guy is just fueled by BABIP. 93 BABIP to be exact. But, whoo boy. Generous defense? Yeah. 78 range, 66 error, 80 infield arm, and 89 turn double play. Oh man, I could say a lot of things about this card right here. 83 contact, 93 BABIP, 41 power, 50 avoid K, 60 gap power, 53 I. Can't even bunt. But you know what? He has a pretty good stealing rating. And you know what? I think a lot of people will appreciate the stealing rating. 55 speed, 84 stealing, and 55 base running as well. Not a bad year for Derek Jeter at the plate, obviously. Defensively challenged, we'll just say that. 339, 416, 41 on the slash line that year. 15 homers, 73 RBI, 22 stolen bases, and a 128 OPS plus. If this card hits a walk-off against me, I'm uninstalling. Whoo, Nelly. Whoo, Nelly. But Derek Jeter, in the 2000 season, won both the All-Star Game MVP and the World Series MVP in the same season. Not a bad year for Derek Jeter, except, you know, defense. Lol, defense. All right, there you go. Derek Jeter from the New York Yankees in Perfect Team 23. All right, let's move on to our next guy. And you know what? MLB was not the only league to have all-stars, in case you didn't know. Because we have a Negro League star, Hilton Smith, right-hander, from our Negro League collection. 65 stuff, 87 movement, and 89 control on this card right here. Hilton Smith, a Negro League All-Star 7 times in his career. And let me see if I can find the years here real quick. Hilton Smith, an All-Star in 1937 with the Kansas City Monarchs and the Chicago American Giants. And then All-Star in 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 with the Kansas City Monarchs. Some really good years, including a 10-0 season in 1941 with a 1.53 ERA. Just an insane year that year for him. But in his career, he was 70-39 with a 2.89 ERA, 5.6 strikeouts per 9, 1.8 walks per 9 as well. Has a fastball, slider, curveball, and a forkball. Pretty good movement control guy here on this 90 overall card. Maybe you'll be pulling them tonight once they get into packs. So there you go. Hilton Smith from the Negro League collection in Perfect Team 23. Yeah, definitely plays in low diamond. Oh yeah, this card could definitely play in low diamond. I can agree with you there on that, can of tuna. Most definitely. All right, so now let's transition a little bit into some more modern times. And we go back to the pitcher's mound once again. And if you were watching our good buddy AZ Axel's stream a little earlier, you would know this team very well. It is the New York Mets, and it is Jacob DeGrom from the 2015 New York Mets 93 overall card right here. Very good stuff. The movement control a little bit sus, but 96 stuff, 60 movement, 70 control. Has a good fastball, good slider, good curveball, good changeup as well. 94 stuff, 57 movement, and 66 control against lefties. And a 97 stuff, 62 movement, and 73 control against right-handed pitchers. Now, this was before Jake DeGrom became Jacob DeGrom. This was, I believe, his rookie year, I want to say. Okay, this was his second year in the league. So this was after his rookie year. He hadn't really, established himself as that, well, at least not quite yet. But he was really starting to come into his own this year. It was pretty much 2016, 2017 when 2017 really when he really took off and became the elite starter that we know today. Pretty good stuff right here. 86 stamina, 29 hold runners, 14-8 record with a 2.54 ERA in 2015, 9.7 strikeouts per 9, 1.8 walks per 9 as well. In the 2015 All-Star game, in his lone inning, his first career All-Star game, struck out the side. Struck out the side. Let's see if I can figure out who he struck out. Let's see. Second, third, fourth, fifth. He pitched the 6th inning. So it was Jacob DeGrom. He struck out Stephen Vogt, Jason Kipnis, and Jose Iglesias. All of them swinging. Just absolutely insane performance right there. So there you go. Jacob DeGrom from the 2015 New York Mets in Perfect Team 23. Now this next card right here, this specific card in this specific year, was actually a pretty historic event for the All-Star Game. We have, from the 2007 All-Star Game, ICHIRO Suzuki from the Seattle Mariners, 93 overall. ICHIRO is here. 93 BABIP, 15 power, 90 avoid K, 93 contact, 42 gap power, 37 I. And this one can play center field. He is also qualified to learn right field, but this is a good defensive year for ICHIRO in center field as well. 351, 396, 431 with 6 homers and 68 RBI and 37 stolen bases in the 2007 season. Gold Glove and Silver Slugger winner as well. And in the 2007 All-Star Game in San Francisco, hit the first ever inside the park home run in an All-Star Game. I remember it like it was yesterday. The carom off the right center field wall at AT&T Park, going past, I believe it was Ken Griffey Jr. in right field. Just kind of got away from, played the carom wrong. ICHIRO flying around the bases the whole way, getting in safe. I remember it like it was yesterday. Mainly because it was actually, you know, funny story about ICHIRO. This specific play. I went to a sports broadcasting camp back around 2010, 2011 or so. And one of the things that you got to do was do your own play-by-play over specific sporting events. And ICHIRO's Inside the Park homer in the 2007 All-Star Game was one of those things that I actually did practice some play-by-play with. I wish I had the tape. I wish I had the tape with me right now, but unfortunately I couldn't find it in time. I would have loved to share it with you, but, you know, couldn't quite do it. Do a live rendition? This was 12 years ago, so, it'd be pretty hard to do. So, no ball go far? No ball go far. No, because it didn't go far. Ball did not go far. It went decently far, but not far enough to be a ball go far. But either way, ICHIRO Suzuki from the 2007 Mariners in Perfect Team 23. All right, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. And boy, we got some big names to round out this set. And we start off with Ted Williams from the 1946 Boston Red Sox. Look at the power and the eye on this card right here. 63 BABIP, 117 power, 69 avoid K, 94 contact, 88 gap power, and 103 I. Look at the splits, excuse me, against right-handed pitching. 63 BABIP, 123 power, 72 avoid K, 98 contact, 92 gap, and 108 I. Very sus against lefties, though, which, you know, in 1946, if you look at the OPS he had, V right and V left, it checks out. Defensively, he can play left field. He can certainly train in right field. Wouldn't want to put him in right field if you don't have to. 342, 497, 667 for Mr. Williams in this year. 38 home runs, 123 RBI, a 215 OPS plus. And during the 1946 All-Star Game, his first All-Star Game post-World War II, hit 2 dingers. And I believe helped the AL win that game. Let me double check here because I don't want to be wrong here. 1946 All-Star Game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the AL All-Stars. Yeah, they won that game. 12-0. 12-0 in that game. Ted Williams went 4 for 4. 5 RBIs, 2 dingers. Counted for 5 of those 12 runs. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. So there you go. Ted Williams from the 1946 Boston Red Sox in Perfect Team 23. All right. Back to the pitcher's mound we go. And we go about 20 years from now. From the 1946 season. We go to 1966 for this one. And we have what people call the left arm of God. That is Sandy Koufax, 98 overall, from the 1966 LA Dodgers. 92 stuff, 82 movement, and 80 control on this card right here. Very interesting splits. 88 stuff, 84 movement, 83 control against lefties. 93 stuff, 81 movement, and 79 control against righties, as well as a fastball, has a curveball, has a forkball, has a changeup. 107 stamina, 64 hold runners as well. Sandy Koufax, from his final MLB season, made the All-Star Game in 1966. 27-9 record, a 1.73 ERA, 317 strikeouts in 323 innings pitched, with a 1.90 ERA plus through 3 innings in the 1966 All-Star Game. Gave up an earned run, got a strikeout. Not a bad performance, but you know what? His final MLB season, not bad. Plus, he won the NL Cy Young Award as well. Sandy Koufax, not bad. But you know what? You know what? We have a better pitcher than that to round out our set. We have one more card coming up. And when you talk about All-Star Game performances, at least of the modern era, you look no further than one right-handed pitcher pitching in his home ballpark in the year of your deity, 1999, ladies and gentlemen. It is Pedro Martinez from the 1999 Boston Red Sox. 118 stuff, 95 movement, 86 control. Whoo, Nelly! Bask in this card, everybody. 116 stuff, 94 movement, 85 control against lefties versus righties. 119 stuff, 96 movement, and 86 control. has a fastball, has a slider, has a curveball, has a changeup, has a cutter, has that, ooh, that deadly circle change. 97 stamina, 33 hold runners as well. Oh, man. Pedro. 1999 Pedro, just an absolute god tier year for him. 23-4, 207 ERA, 139 a 1.39 fielding independent pitching. What? 0.923 whip, 313 strikeouts. In the 1999 All-Star game, I believe he got the start in that. 2 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts. Nobody reached base. Not even once. In the 1999 All-Star game at Fenway Park. Won the AL Cy Young. Criminally finished second in MVP, but you know what? Pedro? You're an MVP in our hearts tonight. Now, granted, Pudge had a good year that year. Pudge Rodriguez, but man, Pedro Martinez, what a year he had in 1999. So there you go. Pedro Martinez from the 1999 Boston Red Sox in Perfect Team 23. There you go, folks. There's our content for tonight. Derek Jeter, Hilton Smith, Ichiro, Jacob DeGrom, the Jerry Royce mission card, Johnny Vandermeer, Larry Jansen, Maury Wills, Mel Harder, Sandy Koufax, Ted Williams, Tim Raines, and last but not least, Pedro Martinez. What a night. What a night tonight. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of This Week in Perfect Team. Is the PS1 mission dropping, or is this just an... It's dropping! It's dropping tonight! Heck, I'll show you the slide again here. Hang on. Oh yeah, also, there's the LEs again. Platinum Series 1 missions. They release tonight. So there you go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of This Week in Perfect Team. We really appreciate y'all tuning in again. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you back here tomorrow night for the TWIPT Friday Showdown. Gonna be a fun time. Have a great night, everybody. DishNet34 signing out.